Mr Howard, very important reason you're here today?
Yeah, I'm here to support John Connolly, that's why I'm here, and so he can become a member of Campbell Newman's team in government. That's why I'm here. He's an old friend, he's a great Australian football figure. He was a wonderful coach of a great team, and to be a successful rugby coach, indeed to be a successful coach in any code of football, you need to understand people and get them to work in a cooperative way and as part of a team. And I have found in my long political career that's a pretty good recipe for political success. You've got to get people working together, and he's got a lot of life skills that would be very useful in politics, and I admire his guts in tackling this seat, and I hear he's campaigning very well, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here.
It is a tough seat too.
Oh, of course it's a tough seat, but this bloke's taking on a tough seat. I mean, he's challenging a member who's got a margin of 7%. Now that shows real commitment. That shows that he's really serious about wanting to bring about a change in government. I've seen some political leaders change from unsafe seats to safer seats. He's gone in the opposite direction. Instead of saying, well, if you want me, I need a blue ribbon Liberal seat, he said, I'll take on a marginal seat. It's 7%. It's not a, it's not a hair's breadth. It's quite a big margin, and I think the people of Queensland have warmed to that, and it's one of the reasons why he's doing well.
Mr Howard, you've got Peter Slipper, the federal member, just down the road, hosting Kevin Rudd, another former Prime Minister.
He's the Deputy Speaker, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He's the bloke that took the votes of the Labor Party.
Something like that?
Yeah, I thought so.
So what are your thoughts on that? I mean, is it taking away focus?
You can invite anybody you like. But I'm here with the LNP, I'm here with the Liberal Party. That's what I'm doing.
But it doesn't show much for unity within the LNP, does it, really?
I think he's in an atypical position.
When he's talking about Alex Solomon, describing him as eating lemons, an angry man, a negative man.
Who's the status of Alex?
Of Alex, and on the golf course all the time.
Alex I saw Alex the other night at the dinner in Canberra, and I hadn't been back there for quite a long time. So I went to the dinner, and Alex didn't look very angry. He looked pretty happy to me.
I spoke to an LNP party member just a moment ago. Said that Mr Slipper's actions over the last day or so are toxic and pathetic. Would you agree?
Look, I've said what I want to say. I mean, if you interview other people, that's fine, but I've said what I want to say. This general part of the world has produced some great Liberals. I mean, Mel Ruff used to represent areas very closely here, and I hope John will in the state parliament after the next election. So there are plenty of positive things that can be said.
Will you support Mel Ruff for pre-selection? Will you get behind him?
Look, I don't have a vote. But I can say this, Mal Ruff was an outstanding minister in my government. He is well remembered for the wonderful work he did with the Aboriginal intervention in the Northern Territory. He was a big loss to the Parliament, and I hope he comes back. I think he would be somebody, if he came back, who would strengthen the Liberal Party team, the coalition team in Canberra. He's got a lot of experience, and he was a well-respected minister. And I therefore hope one way or another he comes back. But as to pre-selection, I wouldn't presume to involve myself in domestic political matters like that. But I can tell you what a great bloke Mel Ruff is.
Would he his involvement at the highest level of rugby? Do you think he's very well versed in politics?
Mr Connolly is very well versed in politics.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
Mel Ruff's quite well versed in football too.
Of course, I mean, being Prime Minister of Australia, one of Australia's greatest Prime Ministers, it's a pleasure for him to come here. And when I asked him, John didn't hesitate, and all of Nambour were thrilled by it. The excitement around the town, he and Campbell coming, has been phenomenal this week.
And how have you been doing any pre-polling and seeing how you're going?
No, not really. We'll have to see where the cards. The party may well do that, but all we're doing is working as hard as we can.
The turnout today is pretty phenomenal. What does that say to you?
We've got 450 people here. It was a sellout. We probably could have sold 700 as soon as we knew these two gentlemen were coming. So there's an excitement in there, and we all know the Sunshine Coast has got a lot of work to be done.
It's time to bring John Howard back.
I think we all agree with that. There'd be no doubt about that. Anyway, we do have to go. Thanks very much.